Entering your company information. When you buy PestaRoo and set it up for the first time, this is the screen you actually landed on. It's called the activation screen. And I just show it to you to remind you of the fields that you entered as part of the setup process. So you can see the company name, address, city, state, zip, country, contact, phone, and email. So when you activate by clicking the button, what it actually does is it passes that information over to the other window. And in this case, if you go into the preferences and you can see the company information, you'll see where all that data landed, and that's where it did. So this training video is to show you a few other things that you may want to do at the company preferences screen. So there's several of them that you'll probably want to fill out. Like if you have a toll-free number, you might want to type that in now. And if you have a fax number, the same thing. Type that in. And again, as you're accustomed to seeing, if there's a number missing, it'll of course turn red to warn you that you've entered the wrong number for yourself. You can also put in your website here. There you go. Now, a couple of little things that you can do. One is you can actually type in, PestaRoo will automatically display your company name in a generic attractive font. But you might, if you use this as your company name, but you use a slightly different name or a different formatting, you could do this. Bug chasers for PestaRoo. So in other words, the company name with style allows it to be slightly different. But that's not the important part. The important part is that you get to modify it also if you choose. So type in your manager's password, which gives you access to the format menu. So for example, you might decide that you want the whole thing to be in italics. So you can now change that formatting, and if you want to be silly, you might also make that bold or big. So there's, you can do all kinds of things, including even making, if you have a color printer, which most of us don't, but you could actually change the color. You could change the size, you could change the font, and PestaRoo, when it prints your work orders and your invoices and your statements, will honor the formatting that you use here, and even spelling it differently. Oh, here's a good example. A lot of people have in their company name that they're incorporated, but at the top of your invoices, you may not want that. So that would allow you to change that. An important point is don't change this name here because that's used within the registration system, and that will, if you change that name or the city from your activation time, it will immediately shut down PestaRoo thinking it's an illegal or a demo copy. Okay, one or two more little things. Notice that you have a place for your logo. So on my desktop, I happen to have a logo that I'll just drag over, and you just drop it in. It's so easy. So as long as that's a PNG or a JPEG, or I think even a TIFF, you can just drop it on. And then that will appear on every layout that, that you print. Should you leave that blank, it will put in the PestaRoo logo, which is like a little kangaroo, just so you don't have an empty spot on the layout. Okay, one last thing. In every state, you're required to list the license number. So type in the 2-letter abbreviation of your state, and then type in your license number. Pretty easy. If you are licensed in multiple states, let's put us down for Missouri and put in a license there. And what the heck, let's take over the Midwest and do Colorado. And so and let's go up to Nebraska. So we'll keep pretty busy this week. And you can put in as many license codes as you have. So PestaRoo offers a large number of customizations, and you should go explore those. And most of those are going to be found back here in Value List. So after you do company information, your next tip is to explore these. Find out which things are in here that you can customize. You'll see everything from service types to your staff and the products that you use, and it's a good list to go explore. Well, thank you for watching another PestaRoo training video. To learn more, go to www.pestaroo.com.